Hey guys, what's up? Matt here, Country Song Teacher. When I get quite a few questions on the same topic, it makes me realize I probably should do a video on that instead of explaining the answer over and over. A lot of people have asked me about where do you press the strings to get the clearest sound possible, or where do you place your fingers? So there's different ways you can look at this. The key is whatever works for you. Now you say, what kind of answer is that? People have different hand shapes, different bends in their wrist, different ways of teaching, different ways of learning. So I say you've got to do whatever works best for you. Now I know that answer sounds vague, but in general, a couple things you want to keep in mind and always check that can help your playing is you want your finger as close to the fret bar without being on the fret bar as possible. So for example, if you're playing a G, the top two strings that you press, you know, the E and A string, you want your first finger not on that fret bar, but really close to it, because that's going to get your clearest sound. And then you want your middle finger, again, right there. It's going to spread your fingers out a little bit. And after you get more advanced and your fingers get callous, you can just place them wherever and you'll see that it'll sound clear. But particularly at first, you want to really concentrate on that finger placement, the proper finger placement. What I have found, if you're ever pressing two strings within the same fret, put it kind of right in the middle. So right there, just aim to go right in between. Let's say you're doing a G chord again. Try to put those two middle finger, your ring finger and pinky finger right in between. It's the quickest to go to. It's the quickest for beginners. So you want to go boom, right there, and then right close to the fret bar, right close to the fret bar, and there's your G. If you go into what I call a C, which is really a C add 9, you'd go straight back down, right there. Again, if you play E minor this way, go right in between, or if you use one finger and press the 5th and 4th like I do, go closer to the fret bar. And one thing you really want to focus on is, do you need to move your hand inside and out? So from a side angle, if it starts right there, but you're not getting a clear sound, maybe you need to bring your hand out, your wrist. Maybe you need to bring it in. Maybe you need to bring your fingers more straight on instead of laying down. Because you often get a muted sound when you lay down your fingers on other strings, when you really need to just bring that hand out some and away from that neck of the guitar. So you want to pinch your strings here. You want to pinch the tube, but not too much pressure, because you want to be able to have that flexibility. Some people curl their thumb over. Some people like their thumb straight. Again, I kind of think it's personal preference. I've seen it taught many ways. But the thing you want to focus on is close to that fret bar or right in between if you have two fingers in the same fret. If you're three fingers, you got to go above and below. And again, stay right in the middle, say for an A chord. On bar chords, for example, pinch. I like to do a little bit of an angle. Instead of straight on, I do a little bit bent this way. So I take my wrist out towards the tuning knobs and my first finger towards the body of the guitar right there for bar chord. So it's... But one thing, a technique you want to work on is when you play your chords is pick down each string, and you can know how to adjust your hand based on if you hear a muted sound. So right there, the sound sounded clear, so it's a good chord. It's going to sound good when you're strumming the whole thing. So if you find anytime you have a muted string, if it's a buzz or a straight mute, just adjust that finger to make sure it's close to the fret bar but not on the fret bar, and your hand is inside and out. And that'll give you the clearest sound possible for good sounding chords. And also I want to throw in, because I fall victim to this all the time still to this day, make sure your guitar is in tune. I play it often, it's not sounding quite right, but I find out I've just let it sit too long and maybe some heat or humidity, and it's out of tune, so make sure you always check that too. Hope this helps you guys. Check out CountrySongTeacher.com. Please go like Facebook.com/CountrySongTeacher. God bless you.